I'm going to show you the newest laundry list. But let me get my little thingy set up. So there is the newest laundry list from EA for Sims, okay? And it has got the bugs that they're planning to focus on and some of the things that's supposed to be fixed. However, unfortunately, some things are not going to be fixed retroactively. So one of the things is the photos that are on the wall that your sim took with a camera, and when you put them on the wall, they have turned black, and that's a lost memory. So I'm gonna do this on how, basically, how to get the photos back. So this is one of the houses where that bug is occurring, and it's not anything to do with mods. This is a game bug. So I'm going to show you, and I think I've showed this before in previous. Oh my gosh, it's back, you guys. No, it's not. There it is. My bad. This one, see right here. Actually, let me fix this. Radio broke. Okay, so I just fixed the Okay, so I just fixed that. Okay, so this is one of my my more favorite right here. This is quality poor, whatever. It was, anyways. For selling purposes, it was probably, but this was a favorite photo that it turned black, and that's a problem. Now, I will tell you this: I'm going to go over and I'm going to cover the fixes that they are currently doing. The laundry list by EA, so you can see this was from yesterday. So these are the top 5 most voted fixes. Hang on, let me unplug my speaker from my computer, so that way when I have gameplay music or whatever sounds coming, it won't be gargled, because for whatever reason, did I just unplug the wrong thing? Oh, okay. All right. So I will only rely on external speakers from my computer. So basically, when your sim does a painting, that painting, when you put it in your inventory, like, you can either like sell it right off of the easel, or you can make a duplicate, put it in your inventory, or you can put it in your inventory to gift to somebody else. Well, what's been happening is it's been going white, and so those paintings are worth a lot of simoleon money, if you will. So it's kind of important for this fix to be corrected. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to get that photo. This is my hope, this is my goal, and this is what I'm getting ready to do. But first I want to go over these fixes. So as of 12/2, we fixed an issue. So I'm not going to go into all of these. I'll put the link to this, but I just want to talk about the paintings that have gone bad, that were corrupted. And so the paintings will no longer turn white after they've been put in a Sims inventory and the game has been relaunched. But not only that, but the fix is supposed to be retroactive. So that means where, any of the Sims paintings in their inventory that are currently white they should be fixed. Should be. Doesn't mean it's going to be, but it should be. In the previous saves where it occurred. Now, the photos captured with a phone or a camera will no longer turn black once they've been mounted on a wall, as I just showed you that happened, and the game is relaunched. But unfortunately, the fix is not retroactive, and it will not address the instances where the photos were already missing data, but the fix will prevent this from happening in the future, even in the old saves. So I guess if you go play in an old save, there shouldn't be corrupted data there, so that you can continue to take pictures in old saves. Photos captured will no longer turn black once they've been put in the inventory or placed in storage chests and the game is relaunched, but it's not retroactive. The create a copy interaction on the painting no longer will result in a blank white painting. This is important to me because many of my Sims out of my entire dynasty of Sims are self-employed. So they do painting, they do writing, and they're musicians, and they sell stuff, okay, that they create or they resell. So these paintings, this is a huge part of their income, and I don't like that they're blank. Plus, I love having paintings that they do by picture reference of the little ones and stuff like that. So it's, very sentimental also. So anyways, memorial portraits and graduation photos. Like, so you put your Sims to go through the Discovery University, which is kind of a chore to do, and then they have their graduation photos, and then they were appearing blank. How bad is that? That's terrible. So this fix is not retroactive. Okay, so that affects, oh gosh, that's terrible. Okay, so anyways, there's that. And so there's some kind of variance. I'm not going to go into all the CA stuff. I'm just focusing on the pictures because that's what I'm getting ready to do in here. So what I'm going to have to do to get this picture back, poor. Okay, so first the thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to create a save as, because I want to save everything that I've already progressed as far as that I have. Then I'm going to go into an old save file. Okay, and I'm going to show you step by step how to get your old photo back. Hopefully that they'll be there. I don't know. I don't know how far back this photo is bad, but I'm fixing to find out. So, okay. No, I'll just say, I'm just going to give it a random title. So this was the day that they had a family day at the park. I had to take that modded bike out. That was really, really cute, but if you have them where you want them to go across a lot or something, and they get on the bike, and sometimes they're looping, and so there's that issue. And so I would just recommend when you use that, don't let them put it in their inventory and keep it as their personal property. Like, go stick it in an inventory of your house or something, right? Okay. Or stick it in inventory, like maybe, if it's even possible, of somebody that's not able to write it, just so that they can't access it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and exit the game. Then I'm going to go back in, and I'm going to go back into an old save file. Let me open up my chat, guys. Hang on, bear with me. Close out of this. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Okay. Oh, also I have some new news on regarding the whole weird stuff that happened last night, where I had verified and then it zeroed out my payment balance, and yeah, my payment balance hasn't changed in a long time, and that's where stuff is not transferring, and I don't know why, and I still haven't got that resolved, fixed. However, I was told, because I asked very direct questions, I said, how many payment account thresholds do I have to meet to get paid? It said 1. So there shouldn't be any excuse of, because a lot of what's been happening is people have somehow or another created 2 AdSense accounts, and you have to meet payment accounts on both before you can get paid. So you don't have a $100 threshold, you have 200, and you don't know if they have an account that's not even active, it's not even gaining anything, you will never get paid, because that one also has to be 100 before you can get paid. It's insanity. I was like, what the heck? Anyways, but I specifically asked her, and she said I only have to meet 1. I'm 1. So that is not the issue. And also, finally, after almost a year now, my movies have been missing. I finally got my movies back, so yay. I don't know. They made just changes or something, and they were like moved where your movie library is. And I don't know why. Why would you do that? But anyways, that's what they did. So I finally got that figured out. And anybody watching my channel, I've been complaining about my movies for a long time now. I'm like, yay. Okay, it may not have been a year, but it was definitely several months. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go into my old save files. And honestly, I can't remember when this bug started on that particular picture on that wall. So I would say it would be before Christmas, because I put pictures up when I decorated. Actually, the baby shower. So that picture, I don't know. Let me see. So 8/4/25. So it would, I think it would be after the baby showers. Baby shower, baby shower, baby shower. Sorry about that music. House done tested. Triplets born. D pregnant with triplets. 12/31. I'm going to go into this one because I think this was before the last baby shower. So when I had a baby shower, actually it was before Christmas, probably before the Christmas decorations. I don't know. I'm going to go into this one, and then if it's not on this wall, then I will have to go before Christmas decorations, because I changed stuff out for the Christmas decorations. Oh. But anyways, what I want to do is when I go in, this is how you're going to get your old pictures back. If you can find a save file that has that photo that's on, this is why it's important to do save files, right? But if you can find the save file where that picture, before it got corrupted, if you can find it, then there's a way that you can transfer that to your current save file. So that is what I'm getting ready to do, guys. I'm going to show you how to do that. It's not hard, I promise. And then I'll probably turn this into maybe a little shorter version tutorial, whatever you call it. Shorter version tutorial. I do like some, fix this issue or that issue. 40 build mode items have been removed. Okay, that's because this is an old save file. So this was probably, okay, so this is still Christmas time. All right. This is for before the triplets are born, right? Okay, gosh, where is everybody? Okay, let me go downstairs. It's nope. I can see it from here. So, this, yeah. So, I will have to go out of this one. I'll just click exit without saving. All right, so that tells me on the 30th of December it was already corrupted. So I'm going to have to go, honestly, I can't remember when I put that picture on the wall, but I know that this particular area here, I decorated it at Christmas time, and so I know I changed that picture out. I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure it's going to be before I decorated for Christmas, because that's when, I'm pretty sure that's when I put that up there. But I'm going to find, if all I just have to do is find that picture before it's corrupted. I don't know when it became corrupted. And I don't know if I didn't create a save file and then I left and it wasn't in, if it's not in a save file, then I may not be able to. But I will share with you how. All right. I'm going to grab this. You know what? I think I'm going to do, I'm going to grab this picture. I'll transfer it to the current save file. But unfortunately, at whatever point that got run, you can't undo it. All right, so let's go before I decorated for Christmas. Okay, so D mansion decorated. Okay, so this D mansion. Okay, so let me play this one. So this is December 12th. So this was before Christmas. This was about the time when I was decorating and doing winter builds and stuff like that. And so let's see if I put that picture on that wall at that time. I hope I find it. I hope this works. Okay. So that's where I was at when I was in this save file, but I'm not interested in going in there. I'm interested in going into here because I had went into here first before I created this save file, and I had decorated their mansion. Now, this was back when they only had 9 in their household because the triplets, she didn't have the triplets yet. So, it's like she had 11 kids and thought she was done, but anyway, she is now. She's got 14 kids, 7 boys, 7 girls. She's got 4 grown adults, and she's got 7 grandkids. So, Dee has a big family. She's my first time I ever created, her and her brother, Troy. She was the very first time I ever created, and then I created her brother, so they were the first household, her and her brother. And so then I created her cousins, which were Lee and Garrett, and that's the Duke dynasty. And so the storyline between Dee and her brother is that they were orphans, so they were raised by their aunt and uncle and lived with their cousins, and that's where they grew up together with them. And so, yeah, and those were my 2 households. So Duke Garrett Sr., the parents of Lee and Garrett. Um, they had late life quads. Yes, I have a set of quads in my game. Yeah. And so they're in their 60s now and they have quads. Please be there, 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 please be there. Nope. Dang it. Got to be kidding me. Okay. Not a biggie. Well, that's okay. I will exit here also without saving. Okay, so that was the 12th of December. Golly gee. So I'm wondering if this bug corrupted that picture for every old save file, because I'm kind of wondering if it corrupted it for every save file in your history of save files. I hope that's not the case. I hope that's not the case, but it may be. They didn't really say. If you go and look at what they talked about here, they didn't really say. It just said that they can't fix it retroactively. No longer turn black once they've been putting or placed on the wall. But, and then it says, and the game is relaunched. So if I created a save file before I exited the game and then went back in, which is what they mean by relaunch, then I may be able to save that photo. And yes, this is a lot of work for one photo, but I want that photo. Arr! Oh, bugs. And so the newest bug that they have in the Adventure Weights pack, it's like, oh my goodness. I mean, that's a lot of packs and scripts and codes to be adding onto one game engine. You know, Sims 4 has been around for over 10 years now. Okay. All right. So let's see. Okay, so this is the one that I just went into. Triplets, babies age up, no hair. So this is where I started noticing some bugs when there was like infant hair issues. So there were some bad bugs that was going on here. So I'm going to go all the way back to November 30th. Okay. So that's even 2 weeks back. Hello. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Okay. So let's see. All right. So go back into here and then go into here. And I think, oh yeah, see, you see that right there? Look at her hair. This was where she had a bug. This is where the infant, now I fixed that. Like that infant glitch that was on her, I fixed that. But I had to go back into different save files and I was able to get that infant hair glitch off of her. But it was an ordeal, but I managed. If you have you know what, and it's if you use mods, you already have bugs that you have to deal with in this game, right? But if you add mods, you're just adding more work. But you know, it's high maintenance, but I like using mods. So I hope you're all having a good evening, whoever's watching and listening. I appreciate you so much. Okay, so hopefully it's going to be in there. But I just don't know. I don't know coding. I don't know scripting. You know, I just kind of like trial and error, try to troubleshoot bugs that are in this game. Hello, Urain. But I'm trying to get this picture back that went black because of a bug in the game. And they're saying they currently now have a fix for the bug, but it's not retroactive. So it's not going to fix old save files. So I do save files pretty regularly, which is a good thing because you definitely want to do okay, so all right, so the picture is not here. So this is good because it's possible that it may be in here. So I took out all his pictures and I put them on the wall and I chose one. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Well, take that back. This is what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to put this back into his inventory. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. This is Max's pictures. Okay. All right. Now, I don't know why this grass looks like this. What in tarnation? I'm not fooling with it because this is an old save file and I'm not fooling with it. I don't have to worry about it because, you know. Anyways, that might, you know what? That might have been where I had a mod and I think I used some Christmas spray paint or something that came with the mod. I don't know. I don't know why it looks like that, but whatever. So this is how, if you have go into an old save file and you want to transfer the items into a newer save file, here's how you're going to do it. First of all, oh, I guess that music's okay. I don't know. It's kind of obnoxious. I don't know why the build music is just, I don't like it. So I'm going to go ahead and silence the build music. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So you click on this wall here. You're going to click on this wall here and grab this wall tool. And I am going to create a little room. Doesn't have to be very big, right? Okay, so that is a room that I just created. And I'm going to put a little light in there so I can see what I'm doing. Because I'm going to take all his stuff. Humana. Sorry, guys. Okay, now I've got this room created. And I've got some walls. And I'm going to go into his storage thing here. And I'm going to take all of his pictures. That's a lot of pictures. But there was like honeymoon. There was the graduation pictures. There was, hang on a second. Let me see what all is in here. Then there's this gnome troll. So these were some really cool pictures, right? And don't see the picture I'm looking for though, unfortunately. That's okay because I'm going to go to another save file too. Let me take all her pictures also. Yeah, I want those. Give me those pictures. Nice. Nice. Those are pretty. They're cute. All right. But the picture that was taken was by Max. So, um, so it shows who took the picture and the quality, and it's not here. Max, see, the quality was poor, and all of these are good, so I don't think it's going to be in here. Nope, it's not in here. Normal was by Ashley. Those are selfies. No, it's not here. Unless sometimes, now I'm going to take this also, because that's a painting. See, the paintings are going bad too. I want all the pictures from this old save file. Now, I love this. This is where he got his reward, and that's by D. He won his award. So D has got an award, and so has Max. I'm taking all of these pictures. Okay. And pictures, you can make money. You can make money selling pictures too. Oh my gosh. I love that picture. This one right here. That was also by Maxie. All right. So let's see if anybody else has any pictures in here. I'm going to swoop all these pictures from these old save files. This one specifically. Okay, here's one. This one is going to go in the trash. It's got a thumbprint. This is like when they don't have very good photography skills. And I'm just going to throw those away. Yeah. Whoops. Okay, so I think that's it. I think that's all the pictures, but I don't think that the picture that I'm looking for is in here because the quality was poor. Let me get back over here. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and just sell this. Sell these junk pictures. At least get a little bit of money out of it. A little bit of simoleons out of it. That was from a reward event. Okay, and then this one. That one selling for 4 simoleons. When they're bad quality, they don't make any money. Okay, so let me see. Oh my gosh, this has been a weird thing that this has been doing lately. It's been bouncing me. It's been really weird about like that. Okay, all right. So let me go in here and check out these. So this was by Max. This was by Max. This was by Max. I love this photo. This was by Max. This was by Max. Oh my gosh, stop bouncing me. That's by Max. I'm not even sure what that is. Okay, so these are like balloon pictures from different events. Normal. Yeah, it's not in here. So well, but okay, so I'm going to go ahead and upload this. So here's what I'm going to do. You go into build mode and you're going to click on save. Oh, I have to select the room, and so then I'll click save the room. Okay, that was weird. Okay, save the room. And it says it's modded, which is really weird because there's nothing but pictures and paintings in there. So that's another bug, that when you upload your stuff to the gallery, your stuff's not going to be seen, because when you see this blue wrench on there, that means it's modded. So that means it's only going to be visible to people who search for modded stuff. It's not modded. There's no custom content in here. These are strictly photos and paintings. So this is an annoying thing because it was created using custom content may not be available to you. Custom content is not pre-screened by Maxis. Use your own discretion. So people generally don't download custom content unless they know what the mod is and they currently have the mod. So this is not something that I want other people to download, but I'm just saying, if this was a build, which did happen the other day when I created the park, it said it was modded. So I took the trash cans out and I just tried to submit it, and then it was no longer. This should never show up when you're uploading something to the gallery unless you actually have a mod in there or custom content, which I do not. But anyways, it's all good. Okay, I'm saving this to my library, and that's another thing. That's another thing. And then I'm going to give the date that I took these from, so I know which file these came from. Okay, so all my builds disappeared from my library, and so I have to go to my username or whatever in catalog, and so I have to download everything these in there and then re-upload it into my library, which I don't know why. I don't know why they did that. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and do something separate, because here's the thing. I'm going to exit without saving. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to save this. Actually, now I'm going to do a new save. Oh, whoops, wrong one. 1.3 million. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to save the room. Okay. And then do the same thing. And this time I'll put, just change it up a little bit. And so I don't know why it's saying kitchen. Oh my goodness. And then now I'm going to save it to the gallery just in case when I leave without saving, sometimes things won't show up in your library. Okay, because I don't want to create a save file because I want all of these to go back into their inventory. So it's like I never came in here. And so everything I just did here, I don't have to clean this up. I don't have to go back in here and take all these pictures off the wall and put them back into their individual inventories. No, the easier route to do is just click on this, click exit game, and then leave without saving. And then it was like I was never there. But this is an old save file. So that was November 30 save file. So I'm going to go to a more recent one that's just a little bit past November 30th, and I'm hoping that I'm going to find, so the picture was not in there, okay? It was not in there. It's just a really, really, really cute picture of, it was like an anniversary picture of Dee and Max, and I really want that picture. So there's Max, basically senior, and his oldest son is named Max Jr. And so, I want that picture. Max took the picture. It says it is poor quality, but actually it was a great picture. It was the memory of the picture, of the event and stuff that was, it has sentimental value. So I want the picture back. Because you can't, like recreate that memory. You know what I mean? It was a gameplay memory, but it was a special event. So it wasn't like just some casual random day, That's why I do save files. They're so important. And I do backups of my save files also. Okay, here we go. I mean, people have been playing this game for over 10 years, so there's a lot invested, especially when they spend all this money in packs and stuff, which I have. All right. I have 7 expansion packs. I think 2 or 3 game packs. Then I have some stuff kits and kits. Hello, hello. How are you? Please give a like if you haven't already. So I'm going back into save files and I'm trying to capture a photo that was destroyed due to a bug in the game. So this is the one that I just went into. So now I'm going to go into here. So this is where they were aged up, and this was corrected. Now Delilah is aged up with no hair issue. So if you were watching when you saw when I went back in and it showed the household, and Delilah had this funky, like, looks like painted on black hair. It was terrible. It was a bug. It was a glitch. So I worked to get that glitch off of her, and was successful to get that infant hair glitch off of her. But sometimes, see, now her hair is normal. See, so that was after I did all that work to get that glitch off of her. So sometimes you have to go in and you have to take out your mod folder, and you have to rebuild your mod folder, and you have to remove all corrupt data from any of your old save files, and stuff like that. And anyways, thankfully I had a save file, so I was able to get that corrected. And sometimes you have to re-age up your babies too, and I've gone through that. It's like whatever it takes, And these triplets were born, and when they aged up, she had to give birth again because the triplet hairs was messed up, and it was extremely persistent, and it was not mods. And so anyways, but I finally, what I did to get these boy triplets, I would go in there, instead of aging all the triplets up at the same time, I aged them one at a time, did a save file, exited out of the game, went back in the game, then I aged up the next triplet from newborn to infant, created a save file if their hair was okay, and then exited the game. Went back in and did the same thing to the third one. And that was how I got my triplets aged up without hair bugs. Yeah, that was quite a lot to go through, but it worked. So that's what mattered, right? And it is not there. So as you can see, it was in between November 30th and December 4th. So unfortunately, well, let me see if there wasn't one in between. Let's see if there wasn't one. Did I skip a save file? I know that I went back in to where Delilah was aged up, no issues. And let me see if there's one more save file in between the December 4th and that one. I'll go ahead and do that one. And if that doesn't work, then it is what it is, right? So, but I want to make sure that I do go into each save file, because if there's photos in there that I can like take, because some of those paintings that I put in that room to upload to the gallery, they're messed up, right? So I'm also capturing those paintings. I'm salvaging those paintings, but I want that specific photo that's on that wall, and so it should be in there somewhere. Anyways, unless one of my other Sims, no, because Max is the photographer. He's the one that took the picture. So, it, um, Anyways, okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna load the game. The game before, unless there is no in between. Then I think what I'll do is I'm gonna go take all the pictures off the walls. Humana. Okay, so this is the one I went to. Triple stage up, no hair issue. Wait a minute. So I went to this one, then I went to this one. Triple babies aged up. No hair issue. So no, there's no in between. That's it. There's this one and this one. So barometer. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, I'm gonna go in here because I'm pretty sure. So I had to go back in and get the ultrasounds, and I went and did that already. So yeah, I think that's it, guys. I want to go back into this one because I sized that photo up. So that photo may be somewhere on the wall in the house. And I just decided that's a sized up photo, just so you know. That photo does not come that size. So that photo might be on the wall somewhere that I decided to size up. So let me go check. Because, yeah, see, here's where her hair was messed up. Because when I decorated it, when I decorated that room for Christmas, I sized that picture up. So it may be somewhere on that wall. It's somewhere on that wall in this save, guys. It's there. I'm going to have faith. I'm going to find that photo. But anyways, just so you can see now, that's how you because this bug fix is not retroactive, go into your old save files, create a room, take all your photos from your Sims inventory, take your photos off your walls, put them in the room, upload it to you can just upload it to your library and then save or whatever. But if you're going to exit without saving, then you want to upload it. I would suggest to upload it to the gallery, just so that way there isn't any like save issues that it didn't get saved, after you went to all that trouble. But The only reason that I'm exiting without saving is just because I don't have to go back in there and remove the room and all those pictures that I put on there, you know? It's just a time saver, that's all. Like, okay. Now, I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to find that photo. It's in here somewhere, guys. Because it's not on the wall. And see, over here, there's some pictures missing over here, too. So I'm going to take all these pictures out of here. Right? See, it's not over here. So this is before I did that. So I'm just going to go look at all these pictures over here. And then I have all these in the bathroom. I took a bunch of pictures out and put them on the wall. And I corrected that. So there, look. Okay, now I'm going to do this. Okay, so I'm going to put this in there just to make it easier to put it in the room. Okay. See all these pictures in here? Look at all these pictures, guys. And I went through and deleted all these. A lot of them that was funky. But oh my gosh, look at this one. Look, guys. That's their graduation. The triplets and their boyfriends. The graduation. I took 6 Sims to Discovery University to get their distinguished degree at the same time. Do you know how crazy that was? Hard for me. It was like it's very tedious to put a Sim through Discovery University because you have to play only that household and you have to stay on top of them. Like I did a whole thing like to get them to graduate with honors and the whole 9 yards. It's not an easy task, and to do 6 of them at the same time. Oh my goodness. Okay, I love these pictures of them. Yeah. So if anything, I'll tell you another thing. When you duplicate these, it costs money to duplicate them, but you can duplicate them. So you can just do it this way and it doesn't cost you anything. If you want to duplicate all these pictures. Cool thing about pictures is they make nice gifts. Like you can give them away as gifts. Right? And gifts like build your relationship. But, this way the triplets can, and their families also. So I had to make several copies of all these graduation pictures for the guys too. Okay, so let me go in here. Excuse me. I'll find this photo. I'm looking still at my photos. Aww. This is such a sweet picture. I love these. This is just going to be duplicates for them, but... And this is where Delilah was born. Okay, so let me go over here by the fireplace. There's some photos over there. I don't have a lot of photos in here. Oh my gosh, I so love this picture right here. Love that. That's where Delilah was born. Daddy holding her. I'm going to leave that there, though. I have that one. That picture's fine. I don't know why one particular picture will go bad over the others. I don't understand that. Like, what? It doesn't make sense to me. Okay. Well. But at least I got the paintings, right? I got the paintings. I salvaged those, so that's good. Yay. Because paintings are done by your Sims. Your Sims paints. And, yeah, you can't recreate that moment, I love, love, love the painting by reference feature of The Sims. That is so awesome. Well, there's some behind the Christmas tree. I'm just going to put them all. I'm just going to swoop them all. Daddy holding a little Delilah. In fact, I'm going to grab all of these. Okay. Now, as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, somebody, if you hear this, these little drawings that are created by, and then like these little things here, these little cross stitch stuff, as far as I know, there hasn't been any issues with those. So they do a painting by reference. I'm going to go ahead and grab that also. These little cross stitches. Okay, I'm going to grab this photo here. Hey. Oh no. Hey, hey, hey. I'm going to grab some food and put that in the room too, because guess what? If it's created by Delilah, I mean not Delilah, if it's created by Dee, it never goes bad. Oh, Dee and Olivia have the aspiration where their food never goes bad. So I'm gonna take the food too. I didn't even think about that before. That is so funny. I'm cracking myself up, guys. I'm swooping food from old save files. Look, see what I'm saying? Large painting from reference by Max Jr. Villarreal. Okay. Okay. So you see what I'm saying? Okay, so I will have to go get that painting from a previous save file. Look at that. Max painted that of his baby girl right there. He painted that. I'm sorry, Max. The game ruined your picture. You did such a good job. He was a good painter, and he did an excellent, outstanding job on that painting. Anyways, but the game ruined it. But that's okay, because I'm gonna get his painting too. I'm gonna get it back. I'm gonna get it for you, Max Jr. You hear me? I'm talking to my Sims. Oh my gosh. It's funny because when I love to watch other people play Sims and how they be talking to their Sims, it's hilarious. It is so funny. And then people have never played Sims before. They're just like, they totally don't get it. And guys, I totally get that you don't get it. Because when I first ever was exposed to Sims, I'm like, I didn't get it. My brother's girlfriend, this was like, oh my gosh, it was like back when it was either Sims 1 or Sims 2, and she was so addicted to them Sims, like she was in love with her Sims, and and I was just so active then. I was not a gamer at all, and I was just like, I would like sit there and watch her, and I just didn't get it. And I don't know, it might have been just because the graphics were like, bleh, back then. And I don't know, I just didn't get it. I just did not get it. But I totally get it now. But The Sims 4 is so. I know a lot of people are in love with Sims 2 and 3, and I'm not going to judge them, right? Because it's a lot of memories. They grew up playing Sims, and I feel you. I am a very sentimental person, right? I really am. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, right? So I can imagine somebody growing up playing The Sims, and even though the graphics were kind of like hideous compared to what they are now, it's like, I feel you, I feel you. I get it. It took me a while, but I get it. Okay, here's some in this bathroom. Oh, look at them. This is Max. This is Max Jr. and Jilly. I mean, Max Jr. and Ashley, sorry. So these were twins. And they look so much like Jake and Jilly now. So I have two sets of boy-girl twins. So I have Max Jr. and Ashley in their teens. And then I have Jake and Jilly and their kids. And so they just look so much like what they did. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and create this room. And it could be in here, but I don't see it. I'm just going to go ahead and grab these, so I'll have a lot of duplicates of these without having to pay for them. Aw, there's Mama D, and yeah, that's so sweet. Love that picture too. And I love this one. And this one. I love them all, but here's the boys. Okay. Alright, so, yeah, I'm going to have to... Alright, so let me go back out here and create this room. And by the way... I found my movies! Guys! Finally! It's like my movies. Like I bought movies through YouTube and they were just gone one day. I went into my library and was like, they're not available. And I'm just like, what? And anyways. Then there was the issue about why I wasn't getting paid. and something about a second AdSense account. I'm like, what? That's not possible. So anyways, after much chat last night, and then I spent a while today going through, I have to tell you this though, if anything, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I had started to add you as a moderator and then I didn't click the button. I'm so sorry. So when you do get monetized, you do have access to, YouTube support. And to me, that alone, even if you don't resolve everything, is so, so worth the climb to get monetized. And I'm going to tell you another thing about getting monetized. And don't think I'm weird, but okay. When I first joined YouTube, I didn't care anything about monetized. I would get thousands of views. I didn't care about that. When I was in law school, what I was doing is when you're in law school, you have to memorize a lot. And so basically, I would just create these audio files where I would have to memorize every definition of every subject, right? Of every rule of every subject. And it's a lot. So I would play, and I'm an audio learner, so I would, play the playlist over and over and over. So I'd have to, memorize them. And I also read the Bible. So that was pretty much what I used YouTube for, right? So I didn't, so when Google bought YouTube, and they made a lot of changes. And so I was monetized, okay? It was super easy to get monetized back in the day, okay? So, I didn't like having ads on my Bible videos because I feel like I don't like the Word of God being interrupted with a commercial. And so when you lost control because you were no longer monetized of whether or not, when you're monetized, you can control whether or not, you have ads on your videos. Okay. And to me, the climb to get, oh, did you see what just happened? Oh, no, 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 no. Did you see what just happened? It went blank. Okay, wait, oh no, zoomed out. Did you see that? For a second there, it was dark. Okay, that's freaking me out. Anyways, so the climb to get monetized, for that alone was worth it. Because as you will notice on my Bible videos, I don't have ads. Because I just don't. Okay, I don't just, anyways. Now, another type of video that I don't monetize is if a portion of come on, why is this not working? It's not letting me load this. Okay. A portion of my channel is like legal cases, like true crime. But I find the whole true crime, and I'm not judging people. Don't take me wrong when I say this, you people out there who are truly into true crime. The true crime industry is a huge makes billions. It's sad. And it's not just the news media, it's people that write the books, that make movies, and there's just a lot of money in those. It's just, but I feel like it's not my original content. I'm discussing a legal case about somebody else's death if it involves a murder, and I'm not going to monetize a video. I'm not going to profit off of somebody else's tragedy. I just don't. I'm not going to do that. I'm not. And again, I'm not judging people who do, okay? Okay, this is being really super buggy. Okay. Did you see what it just did? Okay, this is, oh my gosh, this game. And so people are like, well, there's so many bugs. Why do you keep playing? Well, you know what? If you've invested a lot of money in buying these packs and stuff, and just the time, and the memories, then yeah. Anyways, but there are a lot of people who've just outright quit playing. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put this out here. I don't know what the problem is. Where'd the pictures go? But anyways, so it's like, for example, I got on one, like when I was covering the Karen Reed case, and I got one of, oh, did you see what just happened? Do you see that? Okay, this is wigging me out. It's going black on me. Oh boy, I don't know. Should I take these with me? Okay, you see, come on. Anyways, It's not letting me place it, you little rascal. Anyways, get out of here. Click out of her and click back into him. This game is really, really giving me a hard time right now. But yeah, so I don't like to oh man. You know what? I think the developers should look at this video because I would like to know, that's not normal, guys. To zoom out, you have one video, one picture that is looking black when you zoom out. That's not normal. All the rest of them are not looking black. So why? Okay, that's weird. And it's not letting me place it on the wall. Okay, so I have to click out of him. I'm not going to sell that. This actually I might sell. Yeah, that one I'm going to sell for 23 simoleons. It's not going to go with me because I'm going to save without exiting. I mean, I'm going to exit without saving, so that's not money that's going to... Oh my gosh. If this is how slow it's going to go and letting me place these on the walls, this is going to take forever. Oh, you evil rascals. Look at that. It's not letting me place. Oh my gosh, that's so annoying. I'm sorry, guys. Breathe. Okay, so there's this. How many paintings? So there's just that one painting, and I'm not really interested in that one. In fact, I would just sell that if that's still in there. Why is it not letting me place? Oh my gosh. It's almost like it doesn't want me to. Oh my gosh. Wow. You know what I could do? I got an idea. I think this would go a lot quicker if I just do it this way. I'm going to get him in here. I'm going to teleport him into this room. And I'm going to have him place them in the worlds. Because look, they're coming on here looking black like that. That's not good. Now, what it did say in the laundry list was that the pictures that are there should no longer go bad. That's according to the fix that allegedly they made. So, if you have pictures that you bring from your old save files, they should be okay, according to this new bug fix, but we'll find out. Because I already created a save file in case something goes bad on my current save file. So I'm going to go ahead and teleport him in here, and then I'm going to make him put this in the world. Oh no! Because it says, okay, look what it says. It says to post photos, place them in the world first. However, there's no option to place it in the world. And some of them are going black as I'm watching. You guys see this, right? And these weren't an issue. These were coming off the wall just fine. So that tells me there's still some bad data going on in these old save files where there wasn't even an issue. Oh my gosh. And not only that, but being able to place them on the wall is also buggy. So, I think there's a little bit more going on with the script bug than I think that they're even aware of. So I'm going to go ahead and report what I'm seeing here in this video. Probably make a clip of this and put a link for the developers, because hopefully they'll, I don't know if it'll be helpful to them or not, but You know, I'll go to that trouble just because. And you know, okay, let me just put him on this wall. You know, just skip out of him, go back to him. I just don't know why it's doing that. And so, oh man. See, that one is black. All right, there we go. Okay, skip out of him, go back to him, repeat. I mean, the things we have to go through just for simple things like photos. Oh man. So some of these, like these, are from like their 20th wedding anniversary. Well, okay. Look, there's that big one. And it's not wanting to place. So, I'm going to get it, guys. I'm almost done. Almost got it. So basically, if you want to get your photos back that you lost in these bugs, so I think that's it. Oh no. No, 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 no. No! No, 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 no. You see what just happened, right? Did y'all see what just happened? Oh man, come on, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, that picture disappeared. Dang on it. Well, that's okay, because I have the old save file. I could just go snatch it back up. It's not a big deal. Because I have copies of that one. But it's just annoying that that just literally just happened. There he is giving his speech. I love that one. There it is! Ah! There it is! The picture I wanted. Ah! Ah! I found it! I'm about to cry, guys. I found my picture. I found it. I'm so happy now. Oh my gosh. I'm about to cry. You guys don't have no idea. Even though I just lost a picture, but that's okay because I have another copy of it. I found the picture. I found the picture. Yeah! I found it, y'all. Yup, 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 yup. Yeah, baby. That was such a sweet, sweet, sweet. That was their 20th wedding anniversary. Come on now. Okay, we'll go in here and here. Okay. Dee had it in her thingy. Aw. Look. If I can just get it on the wall. Now it's stuck in the wall and I can't get it out. Oh my goodness. Like, these rooms are not that full. That's a lot of pictures in one space. But that shouldn't be an issue, you know? I'm so happy I found the picture, though. I'm stoked. Place! Oh, this is aggravating me. What if... Heck. Okay, go out of here. I'm going to go into build mode. Just kind of clear whatever buggy script is going on there. Hopefully. Hello, hello, Josephine. Hello, hello. So I'm trying to salvage pictures that were lost because of an in-game bug that they say that they now have a fix for. However, it is not retroactive to old save files. So if you have save files where the picture is at, you can go into the old save file. I cannot get them on the wall, though, and I'm not sure what the problem is here. So aggravating. Then you can basically just put them in a room, save it, upload it to the gallery, and then re-download it. into your newer save file, and that's how you retrieve your lost photos. Now the paintings are supposed to be fixed retroactively. Okay, that's what they say, but not the photos. If they were placed on a wall, which the one that I was after, okay, was. Thankfully, I had a copy of it. Yippee-yay. Actually, no, this was before I put it on the wall, so. And I'm trying to get the rest of these. Some of the paintings went bad too, though. Okay, where did that photo go? So now that one disappeared. Aww. And these little cards, I don't know who made that. I'm just gonna put some, you know what, I'm just put some random stuff in here. All the stuff that's in here. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, this too. Whoops. No, never mind. Why won't it let me place it in the world? No, don't do that. Okay, so there's that. Whoops. So then there's like cross stitch that you can do painting by picture reference. There's paintings that you can do picture reference. I'm gonna grab some of these too because these are used for upgrading things, and so yeah. And this is instant fun. I'm gonna just grab all this stuff. Okay, well that's not working. But I'm really just after the pictures, but I'm not able to find it. And this game is being buggy. Okay, so I want this picture here. There. Thank you, Lord. Okay. Yay! Okay, so I got those photos were salvaged. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. And the one that I was after, I finally found it. So, stoked. What is this? Prozone. Not interested. Okay, so this is the photo that I was looking for. Look at that. Oh my gosh, these are like my 4 favorites. That was the weekend they had their wedding anniversary, but that's so stinking precious. So cute. Now these were done through a mod. This is so precious. Okay. Anyways, so I saved that. Okay, so let me go ahead and upload these. I think I've got everything. Oh, wait, nope, there's more. What? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I want that one. That's Ashley and her boyfriend, Bay. That is the grandson, the first grandson of Max. That's where he got his award. Oh my gosh, 35 more? Are you kidding me? What? I may need a bigger room. Tell me, anybody that plays Sims, how many photos you got in your inventories? So did I get them all? Wow, that was a lot. How many you got, Max? Up in here? Okay, so he's got another one of these. These little cross stitch. So those were made by the kids. And so, yeah, I love me some. Okay, so. Wow, those are some big ones. Do I have enough space? Barely. Oh my gosh, are they all big? I need a bigger room. Look how many photos I got. What the heck? I'm going to need a bigger room. Whoa. I'm literally out of room, guys. Yep. Okay, put that back. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Click on this right here. I have to go in the build mode. And I'll have to increase this room. But that's not a, wow, not a biggie. Okay, and then go back in here like so. Okay, and now, oh wow. It's a good thing I did that. I got 23 more pictures. What? Come on. Nope, not gonna let me put them on there. Wow. Huh. This is so weird. It's like his pictures I'm having a problem with, but not the other Sims. That's just bizarre. Okay, so we got those. It took me forever to get his in there. And then hers, I just went through pretty quickly. I don't know if that's... Okay, so see, this one just went blank. So, wow. Okay, here we go. There we go. And that's the last of that one. Then I got these. So there's that. And the cool thing is you can go to old save files and and you can just grab stuff that costs money and just transfer it. Now, when you download from, if you upload it to your library, then I don't think it costs anything to download it. I don't know, it may. I don't know. But if you upload it to the gallery, it will. So these are just random photos. Okay, let me make sure I got everybody's. And here's the cool thing is I can take D's, all this food was created by D. Okay, so there's nothing there. Oh no, it's not gonna let me take it, put it back. Oh, I'm gonna have empty plates. Not cool. Sometimes it'll have food on it. Won't let me put it back in the inventory. Oh, whatever. It's all good. Because D has that, she has that aspiration where her food never ever spoils. So, yay. Common upgrade part. Upgrade parts are kind of handy because you're always using upgrade parts when you upgrade things. Okay, so here's some photos, but these probably need to just be sold. Yeah, those, in fact, yeah, I'd actually already sold those, and I'm doing this a second time because I came back into the same save file. And it's not like you're not going to make money off of this because I'm saving without exiting, so the money made will not stay with me, but that's okay. Alright, so let me see if there's any food on that. Good. Now I've got some food that never spoils to take with me. Okay, so I think I've got all the pictures. Let me double check. I'm gonna have some food to download. Nice. Some more cameras that you can give as gifts. Those make awesome gifts. Those are electronic upgrade parts. Okay, so this is one of the things that was created by Max. This was created by D. And this was created by Freddie. Nice. That was created by Ashley. Oh no, that goes on the wall. Okay. Now this is a special cake. It was a confetti cake. That is from, this is the cool thing about this. That was from the one of the baby showers. And the cool thing about that is they've already eaten up all their servings, but now they have more servings. Yeah, so that's cool. So I think that's it. Message in a Bottle, The Clumsy Pirate, Strawberries, cherries. Just put some random stuff in here. Because those aren't things you have to like go to the market to get those. Okay, that's enough. Okay, so now I'm going to upload this. Okay. And click up. I don't know why that was medium size wall. Wow. Click the room to save, and it's saying it's modded, but it's not. Okay, so this is, I think this is December 30th again. Oh, come on, please let me upload. There we go. Okay. I'll just say photo gallery. Okay, so all right. So I'm gonna upload this photos November 30th, 2025. Okay. Now. Yay! Okay, so I have to go find the painting that Max lost. Now, here's the thing, that what you're seeing in this video, okay, I showed you what it said. Okay, this is the laundry list. This is what it said about the paintings right here. See, it says the paintings that turn white after they've been put in Sims inventory and the game has been relaunched. This fix is retroactive and should be fixed in previous saves where it occurred. But as you can see, that is not the case. Okay. Oh dear. It's not going to let me save it. So the photos that are white in the inventory, they're not fixed. So the bug that's supposed to be fixed is not fixed. So just saying, there's your evidence that it's not fixed. It says it's supposed to be, but it's not. Anyways, I mean, oh no, it's telling me that it cannot. Well, and it's, you know what the weird thing about that is, it wasn't letting me save it to like just like my library either. Save room. So this time I'm gonna call it Pix level 11 3025. Okay. This time I'm gonna save it to my gallery and see if it'll let me do that. Well, that worked. Okay, let me try that again. Okay, click save. Will it let me save to the gallery? It's saved to my library, my personal library. So now I'm going to try to save it to the gallery. So we'll see. 18,000 for this room, for all these pictures. But I did put some fancy cameras and computer glasses in there, so that's why. So this is other random stuff that they had in there. And paintings. Now those paintings actually are worth a lot of money. If you sell them like on Plopsy, they can sell for thousands, right? Alright. Okay. Please save. Please save. Because if it doesn't save to the gallery, then I'll have to save this. And I don't want to. I want to exit without saving. So that way this room won't be there. I won't have to put all these pictures back in there. But anyways. But I need it to save to the gallery to make sure that when I go into my more recent save file, that all I have to do is go to the gallery and then download them. Nope. This is a bummer. This is bad. This is bad. And I don't know why it says modded either. That's a bug. This is use at your own discretion. So people aren't going to download your builds that says that is modded when it's not. There's nothing modded in there. They're just pictures. There's nothing modded in there. So that's another bug. It's like if you want to upload your stuff, and have your stuff downloaded, bummer. Other people are not going to be able to access your build because when they go and they look for specific things on the gallery, yours is not going to show up unless they click include custom content, which most people don't. Okay, I'll just keep trying. Maybe I should add a description. I don't know. That's a lot of pictures in that. And well, I was able to save it to my gallery. Oh my gosh. I don't want to save this file with all this stuff in here, but I guess I'm going to have to. I guess I don't have a choice. Sorry, server error, whatever. Okay, I'm going to try it one more time. It's just being super buggy. Let me go out of build mode. Okay, then go back into build mode. You know what? Let me exit out of there. Let me try that. Max, I need you to come out here, please, sir. Okay, this game is just being so buggy. Look, nothing. There, finally. Oof. I don't know what the problem is. Now this has been going on a long time. Like I will click and click and click and it won't unpause. And the other day, it was a few days ago, there was the triplet. No, was it the triplet babies? No, there was 4 babies, and they were sitting by the Christmas tree, and they were all dancing, and it was in pause mode. I was like, I don't think they're supposed to be doing that when it's paused. Oh, that was kind of funny, actually. I'll just say pics, right? I'm going to keep it simple. And then, this is not a kitchen. I don't know why it says that. Study, kids, and career. Okay, I'll just say that. And then I'll just put a date on there. All right. Now, save. Because it does have some career stuff in there, photos of their graduation and stuff like that. So please save, please save, please save, please. That's a lot of work. All that, if it doesn't save. But if this doesn't save, I've got it on the gallery. I'll just have to leave this game and save it. Unfortunately, I really don't want to do that. I really don't. But, so, this game is so broken. Okay, I'm leaving. That's it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have to save it, unfortunately. I didn't want to save that. Okay, now I'm going to go to my most current file, and hopefully the items will be there in my gallery. But the way it's acted now, I don't know. I shall soon see. But anyways, this is how you can retrieve your old messed up paintings and your messed up photos. This is how you do it. You just create a room, put your stuff in there, but this is why I always do save files, right? Now, the photo that I needed was in somebody else's, oh my goodness. Anyways. Okay, so we'll go back in there, and now I'm just going to go to my current save file. And yeah. my most recent gameplay that I did today, where we went to the park that I built the other day, and I tested everything out even more. And the park is already on the gallery. It's Fun Day Park, and yeah. So I think that went over pretty well. So I took the toddlers, the kids, and the teens didn't go this time. And it's for all ages. It has an area that is got a fenced contained area for infants and toddlers, and it's got a little nap area, with like a little it's got this toddler stuff pack, like little, I don't know what you call that, kind of like a canopy. And so I've got like the nursery storybook nursery kit, play napping mat, play mat, or whatever, so the infants can nap on. And then I've got the toddlers pillows from the toddler stuff kit that they can nap on. I created a bathroom that has toilets for toddlers and a changing table, because parks where kids and toddlers are and babies should have that, right? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click resume game. Now this game has my triplets, so I hope that downloading these photos will not be an issue or create any new bugs. But I already have like this save file, right? And I'm going to go ahead and create another save file. God bless your game. Thank you. You know what? That is, I appreciate that so much, because even little things like this, I do use my game also for, like, Christian stuff and storytelling. Like, I do have mods, and so I built a church and a chapel, and this mod has like this prayer bench where they kneel, and it's just like really nice to have like church service in your gameplay. And so so I appreciate that. So it's like, I wouldn't say it's like, you have storytelling, and you can use a lot of role play in storytelling, Christian storytelling. I'm going to tell you something else. Roblox. I don't know how many people ever play Roblox, but I'm not sure if people are aware of this. Back when COVID first started, there was a lot of people who hang out on Roblox. You have corporations like Walmart and these big chain organizations who have their own game over their Roblox. And a lot of churches created replicas of their church over their Roblox. And so they actually have church services and Bible study hangouts over there. Because when they added voice chat, that was okay. So this grass is messed up over here. Oh no! No! Oh no. Oh no, this is bad, guys. This is so bad. I can't even tell you how bad this is. I cannot even tell you how bad that is. Okay, so I will have to go back into an old save file, because, oh my gosh. So I went into old save file, and then I went back into resume game, and it took me back to that old save file. So basically erased everybody. Oh no, that's okay, because that's why you have save files. So now I will have to go back into a save file before that one. Oh my gosh. So the one I created. Okay, so the save file that I created today is where I will have to go, because that literally just like merged an old save file into a new save file and deleted all my sims and all the corrections of the hair bugs and all of that. So whew, thankfully, thank you, Lord, that I created a save file today. Okay, so I clicked resume game. Don't ever do that. Don't ever go into an old file and then save it, and then go into your most newest save file, because yeah, you can mess some stuff up. So word to the wisdom on what I just did: don't do what I just did. And also, if you have more than 8 sims in your household, never ever click on modify in CAS. So now I have to load the game from the save file from today. Excuse me. Yeah, I was like, whoa. And what I will do is I'll probably have to delete that now. Okay. See how this brought this up to date? This was from like December. So don't ever merge your old and your new like that. So I'm going to go ahead and just delete that, right? But okay, so I'm going to load this one, because this is where I want to go into. And I will not be taking my old save file with me into this new one. So, because that would be a nightmare. Don't ever merge the old with the new. Let the old be old and let the new be new. Don't ever merge the old with the new. Let the old be old and let the new be new. Don't ever merge the old with the new. Let the old be old and let the new be new. Just deleted my triplets when I did that. Yikes. It's okay. That's all right. Because thankfully I had it saved from earlier today. Anywho's, guys, what a nightmare. Thank you all. Please give a like if you haven't already. I'm showing how to get your old photos that was destroyed by bugs in the Sims 4 game. Like your Sims do this beautiful painting by photo reference. And then they take wonderful pictures of very special moments. And then the game comes along with a stupid little bug and turns them all blank. And then your moment and your photo and the value is all gone. And so they supposed to have created a fix. And as you see, it did not create a retroactive fix of anything. But I'm going to get my photos back. But it's supposed to be, I think it's supposed to, this is what I've waited for them to finally fix this bug. So it should be safe now to go ahead. And I'm going to go ahead and take this picture. And I'm going to sell it for $7. Because I went and retrieved the old stuff. So now I'm going to go into my gallery and hope and pray that it is there in my library. And I don't see it. Oh, you have to click, because it said it was custom content, even though it wasn't. There it is, guys. There she be. There be my photos. All of them. So, but before I do that, let me go on to the gallery. Pics 11:30. Photos November 30. 2025. I want to delete that from the gallery because I don't need it. I just saved it on the gallery just in case it didn't save in my library, because there has been bugs with libraries here lately also. Okay. No. Let's see what shows up. Nothing. So why did that have a Dropbox for that? November 30. Okay, I forget. You have to type it exactly as it appears. Photos, November 30, 25. Well, that's weird. See, now it's not. November 30, 25. And it's showing up nothing. So let me see if there's lacking a space. Photos, November 30, 25. Okay, so that's not good. Photos, November 30. Let's just try that. Okay, photos, November 30. So I want to make sure that I delete it off the gallery. Photos, November 30. Okay, see, y'all saw that I put stuff on the gallery. Photos, 11:30. Let's try that one. Photos, 11:30. There's one. Okay, so this is one. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and download that. Over hither. I'll just stick that right over there. Alright. So that cost me some money, but that's okay. And we'll go back to the gallery. Now I'm going to go in here and I'm going to delete it. Wait a minute. What? Hold up a second. That's not even right. Photos 11:30. I'm trying to delete it off the gallery. Okay, it's showing that nothing is on the gallery when I absolutely did upload stuff to the gallery. Now look what's happening. Oh man. That's crazy. Okay, photos 11:30, photos November 30. Let me try that one. Photos November 30. That is so weird. Photos November 30. Nothing is showing up on the gallery. What the heck? Well, I most certainly did upload it to the gallery. Huh. Weird. Photos space 11:30. Photos 11:30. Okay, that's just weird. Photos November 30, 25. Photos November 30, 25. November 30, 25. Nothing is showing up on the gallery, even though I did save. One of them got saved to the gallery. But anyways, they're all in my library. They're all in my library. That is so weird. Oh my gosh, this game is so buggy. Okay, so anyways, I'm going to go ahead and download this one for 18,000 simoleons and whatnot. Unique object limit reached. Lots with more than 225 unique objects, paintings, products cannot be shared to the gallery. Remove some of these items to enable sharing. Oh, well that's interesting. I had more. Okay, I didn't know about that. Y'all see this? That's why it couldn't be saved to the gallery. Okay, so but the earlier one didn't have 225. That first one didn't have, it didn't. But anyways, that's okay. As long as I have it for my stuff, I'm cool. So these are considered unique items. Yes, they are unique. They're very, very unique. Oh my gosh, you guys. What the heck? Look at all these photos. And I want you to see this. This is black. So dang it. Well, thankfully, I have an earlier save file that this photo won't be lost. But I just want you to see that this bug persists. And not only does it persist, it's new. Now these photos that were good that I took for an old file to bring into the new file, now they're being destroyed. You see this? So that's 2 photos that are black, and yeah, so, and that's okay because I still have the earlier save file that I can go fetch those from. It's just annoying that they're claiming that they just literally did a laundry day fix and it is not fixed. So, okay, so there's that. So two are black out of that one. So let's go check this one and see if any of these are black that I took from an earlier save file to bring into my new save file. And all of these look to be okay so far. Although they was doing weird stuff when I was putting them on the wall. It wouldn't let me put them on the wall. And some of them were like black unless you're zoomed in. It was just being really, really super buggy. Okay, so these are all good. So all of these are good. Okay. And where's that photo that I wanted? Normal. Okay. Anyways. So, well, that was a lot of pictures. So I did get the paintings, though. The paintings are all good. So I salvaged the paintings that were destroyed. And they said it's supposed to be retroactively fixed. It's not. There's still blank stuff in their whatever. So they tell you this. They create this laundry list. Everybody's mad at EA. They're like, you need to stop making new packs and you need to fix these bugs and boop boop boop. And they're like, okay, we're going to spend a lot of time and we're going to work on these bugs. And we have every month we're going to create this laundry list of all these bugs that are the most voted on that they wanted fixed. And so they have a big huge list of stuff that's supposed to be fixed. But yet it's not. So they're just claiming it is. It's like, whatever. Okay, so here's what I need to do. I hate to So I'm going to take the ones I want out of here. Like this is Max's when he won his, the cool thing, yeah, so there's a duplicate of that. Oh, it's not going to let me, oh no. So I wonder if he can just put it in his, are you kidding me? So I'm not able to put it, I'm not able to put this in here, and I'm not able to click on it and like put in his, oh my gosh. I want to put it in there. Nope. What about these? Can I put those in inventory? Nope, no options to put in the inventory. Okay, so the smaller ones I can put in the personal inventory. So there's that. So that's good. Like these right here, these are my favorite. This one right here is, these are my favorite. These are just so stinking precious. These four right here were my favorite. Look at that. So stinking cute. I love these. Love that. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to go ahead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get these into the personal, the house, excuse me, not the personal, the house inventory. Okay, and that way I can size them up and place them wherever I want. But I would say this is a success for the most part. Okay, for the most part. I was able to retrieve old photos and the paintings that were destroyed. Although transferring them, because I took these out of save files, then even though a couple got destroyed in the transfer, it's okay because I can go back to those old save files and it's okay. Hello, how are you? I'm just trying to overcome some Sims 4 bugs. The paintings are destroyed and photos were destroyed, and the paintings were supposed to have been fixed retroactively per the EA Sims 4 laundry list bug fix. However, as I saw, the paintings were not fixed retroactively. But by doing this, you can just get your paintings back if you did a save file. Then you can just go in and get your old paintings from old save files where they're not corrupted and transfer them. Now, if it's a painting, there was only 2 pictures out of here that they had never been bad before, but transferring here, they got destroyed. So when I downloaded this, they were black. And so that bug, whatever it is not fixed. It still remains. And I don't know, maybe the bug will occur less. Okay. So I guess that's a thing. I don't know. And on a good news, I got my missing movies. Finally got my access to my missing movies. So I had bought a couple of movies from YouTube, and I couldn't access them, and I didn't know why. And so anyways, I got that resolved. And then there was the issue last night where my threshold payment balance, so you have to make 100 before they pay you. They pay every like mid-month, and so you have to meet, and this is every month or every time you get paid, you have to meet that 100 threshold before they pay you. So my payment balance was zeroed. That's what it showed on the screen. They zeroed it out. I was like, what the heck? So I took a screenshot of it, and she was just like, well, I show your payment balance being what it should be. And so I'm like, okay, then why is it showing 0? And she's like, well, and then she started talking about me having 2 Google AdSense accounts. And that's when it really became a problem, because if you don't know this, if you have 2 Google AdSense accounts, then you have to meet 2 payment thresholds on both accounts before it will get paid. And this has been a problem. And upon research that I found today, there was actually lawsuits and class action lawsuits about withholdings and these accounts, these AdSense accounts, these duplicate accounts that has become a big problem. And so
Yeah. But I asked her pointedly and directly. I said, how many payment account balances do I have to meet before I get paid? And so she said just one. So if you're somebody, say for example, who had a second Google AdSense account, like maybe you were gonna start something and then but you never did anything with it. So if that particular account balance on that AdSense is zero and you're not doing anything with it, then you're not going to get paid because, and they don't really explain this and they don't tell you this, but that you have two payment thresholds to make. And so that was, I could show you the chat, that was saved copy of, and she'd said that, that I had to, so there's like Google AdSense and then there's YouTube AdSense. And so I'm like, no, I don't have two AdSense accounts. Okay. But if you do, then you need to know that if you do have two separate Google AdSense accounts, you have to make 100 minimum payment threshold in both before you get paid. Yeah. And I was like, oh no. Because the problem is, it's like if you're not doing anything to get revenue in that second AdSense account, because it's not really something you ever even followed up with, then you have to fight to get that one closed. Otherwise, you will never, ever get paid. You could have $1 million sitting in there, and if that other one's sitting at zero, you're not getting paid. Oh, yeah, that. And nobody's talking about it. I haven't seen a single YouTuber talk about that issue. And so I'm like, okay, can we put a buzz out there so that people will actually talk about that, please? All right. And by the way, while I'm here, if anybody's listening and you're a simmer, so there was some kind of alleged leak that of new Sims AI, and I'm like, I took one look at the pictures. One of the bigger YouTube channels had shared, and I'm just like, okay, had I not recently done Sims using AI to create Sims videos, they're not Sims, but they're Sims like, but let's say if you use AI shorts and you say have Sims dancing or something like that, they will create Sim characters. And it's just a commonly known word. It's not like they're trying to recreate Sims 4, but you just say Sims dancing or Sims doing this or Sims doing that, and they will create Sim characters. And so these Sims, they're saying that these are the new Sims and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you know what? Somebody just created some Sims via AI and they're just starting some stuff. Project X. No, I don't even think that's not even real, guys. So I told her, I said, listen, you can go through my shorts videos and I do make shorts, like sim like characters. And like I have Sims, I said like the return of this is what it'll look like when cars return to Sims, and I've got a bunch of Sims and cars waving and stuff. And then I like Sims dancing or Sims having Thanksgiving dinner, and it's a specific look, and I'm like, that is an AI creation. Now maybe EA wants to use AI to create Sims. I hope not, you know. But they do actually make pretty decent looking Sims. AI does. So I used YouTube AI. I don't know what AI software that YouTube uses, but I just used the YouTube feature, the tool, and I was like, hey, let's have a bunch of Sims sitting at, Thanksgiving. I created a, Sim short of Sims having Thanksgiving and dinner or something. And I thought they did a pretty good job. I thought there was some good looking Sims. They're not, you can tell the difference. They're not like Sims 4. Now, the thing about Sims 4 Sims is that they have data and script connected to them because they use genealogy. So your Sim babies are going to look like combined between whatever their parents look like. So they're going to look like their parents. So that to me is the coolest thing about Sims and Offspring is that they literally will look like. So if you create Sims, right? So I created D, and I didn't create Max, her husband. The game, he was a townie. So and but their offspring, like she's a cross between him and which is the game created him, and then D, I created her. And so they have a combination between your parent Sims. And I just think that is so cool, you know? And it's interesting how, like, the genes, if you will, they call it genealogy, how the genes will kind of follow them in, multiple generations. If you have 2 to 3 to 4 generations of your Sims from your original Sim, You know, there may be, you may like, it's interesting. It's like, you know, you may see a little bit of your sim and their you know, might look a little bit like their grandparent or something like that. But anyways, that's what I like about the Sims. Now, I don't know how AI, if EA starts using AI, I don't know how they would do that. And, you know, I hope they don't ever use AI because AI is a mess. But anywho's, but it's fun. I love to use, you know, I love to use the AI tool. By the way, there is a current bug with, speaking of AI and YouTube's AI. If you're an Android user, there's a lot of Androids um, that are having interface issues, and so it won't create the AI. So that went on and on and on, and I still don't have it fixed because it'll continue to say that there's issue. And you know what? I need to fix this grass because that looks like a mess. Let me turn the light on here. I didn't realize there was this here light that looked like that. So basically, I had a bunch of Christmas stuff out here, and I used, what did I use? Like some, it was like a paint, because I didn't have seasons at that time, my first Christmas, and I used like snow paint, made the ground look like snow. It was a mod. So anyways, okay. I think this is the one, but I'm not sure. I can't ever tell which grass is which. That's not it. Dang. Oh my gosh. How am I going to match this grass? Is that it? I think that's it, but I'm not sure. I think that's it. Whoop. Let's not go that big. Yeah, that's it. Okay. That was kind of funky looking. Oof. No, it's not it. Aww. See, oh man, I don't know which grass this is. Bright moss. Well, that's not it. Well, fiddly dee. Oh my gosh. Seriously. It's not sunburnt. It's not that. It's not that. Oh, for crying out loud. Natural aosis. I'm going to have to redo all this grass here now because I can't tell which one's which. Is it this? Nope, that's not it either. You gotta be kidding me. I think that they've changed these grasses up over time, and that's why I can't find the match. Oh, man. I don't know what to do. Green with envy. Oh, yuck. That's ugly. Okay, what do I do? Which too hot to trot? Emerald forever. I'm just going to use that one. I'm going to have to redo all this grass. Oh, no. Look what I just did. I put it on the sidewalk, too. Whoopsie. Oh, that's so ugly. Yikes. I'm just going to go with this. It's pretty. Oh my word. Yikes. See, why? Oh my gosh, this is terrible. See this grass down here? Why can I not match this grass? So this is from a couple years ago. Let me see what grass that is. Nope, that's not it. What the heck? They don't have this grass anymore. I don't think they do. I like this grass, but they don't have it anymore. They've changed it. Rich moss. Well, shucks. And I don't like the current grass that they have either. No, don't like that one either. Oh my gosh. Wow, guys. That's crazy. How are they going to just change up the grass like that? Scratchy in patches. I'm just going to have to go with that one, I guess. Rich moss. Now I don't remember which one I went with. This one? Yeah, that's the one. Okay, well, I'm just going to have to... Yikes. Now it's not going to match the neighborhoods. Are you kidding me? This grass is runt. Ew, that's so ugly. I hate it. Desert blooms. I don't like any of these. I don't like them, any of them. Come on now. High noon western wheatgrass. This is terrible. Wait a minute. Which one is this? Rich moss. I'm just going to go with that. Because I don't like that other color at all. It's almost like neon or something. It's terrible. That's all. I mean, this one is okay. I just hate that the original one that I had is gone. I kind of liked it, but it is what it is, so. Oh, no. Now I'm going to have to go back in and paint underneath those flowers. Hello, hello. Plants Pal is in the house. Let me get caught up on my chat. I'm sorry, guys. Whoops. I want to trying to do that. Let's fade. Hello. I got you added. Okay, did I get caught up? All right. All right. So, yeah. So all those plants I have to put the dirt underneath them. And then when you go right up close to this over here, this is where it gets tedious. Okay, so let me just undo that. Okay, so then I go into the square. Okay, because this is where it gets a little tricky because I'm trying to keep that straight lined. Otherwise, see, that looks bad. I'll probably have to redo that. Probably needs redone anyways, for real. Oh, it's goofy looking. All right. And see, I'm really picky about these pristine transitions here. Like, see that, ooh, no. No, no, no. Can't have it. Okay, so this one, there. I mean, if you're going to have an abrupt transition there, at least try to keep it clean. I don't know. I'm just icky picky like that. Got some grass there. Just so it doesn't look like it has like this shadow of green. This stuff right here is kind of tedious. Whoops, I got up there in a little bit. That's okay. I'll fix it. All right. Huh? And one thing, oh my gosh. That's making it worse. Okay, not a biggie. Okay, go back to grass. I think this is the one, rich moss. And just don't get too close. And just kind of. So I kind of cover up where I may have got a little bit too close. That's going to have to do. Okay, well, I didn't plan to do all that. I wasn't. So, no. I have to do this side too. Yikes. Oh, my word. You know what? I think, honestly, though, I think this grass that I'm putting down now may actually look better. I just don't understand why they would totally change your grass. Like, why would they do that? When you have builds, you know, and if you want to go do a touch-up, you have to completely change everything. I don't get it. Kind of silly, if you ask me. I didn't realize that they had changed the grass like that. Alright, so. But this apparently was already kind of needing some touch-ups. Alright, now I can just do the rest. Let me see. Should I go under here also? And I have to re-put the dirt down under there that I had already put. Whoa. Not a biggie. Look, somebody created painting over there. Alright. Actually, I think that does kind of look better. This one was kind of like, it kind of had a dull color to it. Now, I would tell you, this house made millions in, it was an orchid farm, excuse me. And, oh, I still got this room over here to deal with, I forgot all about. And so, they made over 200,000 simoleons every day, but it was a lot of work. There's no way they could do all that work now with all the amount of kids they had. But they didn't have that many kids back then. So they worked very, very hard for all their money. And the cool thing about, you know, working from home is like if you don't have get to work and you can't go to work with your sim and be like interactive in their work chores and stuff, working from home and stuff like that is one way that you can, if you like that type of gameplay where you want to, you know, be a part of your Sims work or whatever, then like gardening and painting and music writing and stuff like that, selling, crafting, selling, all that, you can make good money and, you know, you can be a part of it. Or you can just send your Sims to work and then see them when they get back. You know, they'll be gone for a few hours, and what are you supposed to do during that time, you know, when they're gone to work? So it's kind of boring, you know. If your sim gets a job, then if you're playing a house that only has one sim, and then they go to work, and you don't have to get to work, like, what are you going to do with yourself while they're going to work? You know? So, yeah, you got to give them a job. So, anyways. All right, let's go make some dirt. And I like the darker dirt, so I'll put that on. Ugh. Okay, so basically around here where I erased all that, I had to spray paint over all of that. So I'll just put some in here. A little bit in there. A little bit over here. Alright. because, you know, flowers don't grow on, I mean, they can grow on grass. They can grow through concrete, some of them, but, you know, the idea is supposed to have good soil for them. And then a little bit over here. All right, then we go back up front. I think that's it, though. Yeah, there's a little bit over here. You know what? Hang on a second. Whoa. Didn't I do rocks over there? We got some rocks over there missing. That's weird. Strange. Anyways, whatever. Okay, and then go over here. And you can hit T for the down view. And it's not too bad. It's got some grass in there, but... Alright. Just having to retouch this up because when I had to put that new grass down. Alright. I think that's it. Yeah. Except for this room over here. Now I gotta go in here and get everything out of this room and put it in inventory and then delete this. And then I should be good. So all my pictures, any of them that got destroyed, with the exception of the ones that got destroyed in the transfer. But when I looked in here earlier, none of these were destroyed. So let me go ahead and put all of these in the inventory. So I have salvaged all the paintings and all the photos that were destroyed. With the exception, I think, of one. I hadn't gone, and I'll do that at some other time. There's a photo that Max Jr. painted of his girlfriend when the day that he had, they got promised out there at Hare Waterfall Park or whatever. They were still teens, but they got promised to each other, and so that was kind of a special event. And he done a really good painting of her out there by the waterfall, and so that painting has been destroyed. But I will go into an old file and I will get that painting just like I did these. But I just wanted to do this to show people how you can restore your messed up photos and paintings in this game. And yeah, and whoops, that thing was in the way. But that's a lot of photos. Oh my goodness. Now here's the thing about this particular property. This property has, it's 140,000 simoleons every week they have to pay in taxes. And that's actually down from 170,000. And I don't know why the property taxes are so high. But if you have a lot of stuff in your inventory and a lot of stuff in your house inventory, then the taxes will be higher. And now this particular house, because it is big, it's a mansion, so it's 3 levels. All the beds, when I first built this, I only had base game, and I think I had Get Together when I built this. But the only bed that gives maximum 10 of relief is the most expensive bed. So it was like, I think it was like 12,000 and something for bed. So that was a lot of beds. And so I think, so this was, at one point, this mansion was worth 2.5 million, and it's down to like right under 2, like it's 1.7 million or something like that. But at one point when I first created it, before I started getting packs and editing and replaced stuff that wasn't most expensive, this was like 2.5 million. Like, that's a very expensive build, whatever. So okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete this room. Whoops. Okay, so there's that. Wait a minute. Oh wow, I have to paint that. No, wait a minute. Is there... I'll make sure there's not those lights there. Because, those lights... Oh, well. Okay, so now I gotta paint where this room was, which is not a big deal, right? Not a big deal. Just gonna grab some grass here. And it is this one, bright moss. No, it's not. Take that back. Yeah. Whoops. Don't start that again. There we go. Get right up on there on the edges. Make sure I don't leave the old in there. I can't believe I took my old file and merged it with my new one. That was so dumb. I can't believe I did that. Like, you know, I forgive myself, but please be aware, don't ever do that. Okay, and also, if you have more than 8 Sims in your household, because you use MC Command Center, never ever take them in Modify CAS. You always use MC Command Center to modify them in CAS. Otherwise, you will delete your Sims. Whew. Okay, back to normal. All right. So, I'm going to take... Wait a minute. You know what? I'm going to go snatch that photo. I want that photo. Give me that photo. Oh, gosh. Now I got to figure out where they're at. Oh, wow. It's in the small prints. That's okay. You know what? I'm going to put this up there. I'll go fetch that other one later. I'm going to put this up there. Put that. Because Dee did that picture. So. There. That's nice. Okay. Anyways, guys, that's it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I hope. Let me go to her channel and let her know. I did add her. Sometimes I try to keep up, right? And let me... Why is it not showing me the ability? Okay, so that's another thing. Like when I try to comment on people's videos, the interface is not showing up. The comment button. A lot of people have been complaining about that. Okay, so now it's showing up. So that's so weird. Anyways, so I think I've made some progress today. Thank you for stopping by. And alright. Okay, so let's check on these babies and see how they're doing. We got one wee little one here, and he looks to be like, oh, look, he's smiling up at his big brother. So Ruben's hair is a little bit different color. And maybe Max should put him to bed. Yeah, we're going to... Let me see what his status is. Make sure he's been fed. Yeah, he's sleepy, so he needs to go to bed. And Max is such a good big brother. He's going to make a good daddy one day. Okay, so we're going to put him in the crib. Yay. Now let's go find the other guys. Oh, okay. Well, since she's right there, I'll have her put him in bed. So that's little Johnny. We'll put him in the crib. And then we'll find Joseph. And Joseph is... Okay, so he's right there at the nursery. Good deal. So we will have him put him to bed. Oh, so I've already got him. Yeah, okay. So, very good. All right, then. Handle business there, Dad. Put your baby to bed. And he is feeling killer key cord, so he is feeling boosting focus. This baby needs to go to bed. Put him to bed, sir, please. All right, good deal. All right, little Joseph. Maybe I'll have him read him to tell him a bedtime story. There we go. Let's go check on these kids. Okay, so Jay needs to go to bed. Jay, I believe she's already in bed, so I don't know why Delilah, I don't know where she is. This kid, Delilah, is a wild child. She will run all the way down the road. I don't know where she be going, but she's a wild child. They're all happy though. They're all in good state, so she's got 10 kids in this house. 2 teens, 3 kids, 2 toddlers, and 3 baby triplets. Okay, she's busy. But they use a babysitter during the day. You know what? I'm gonna give Dee a cookie. They've got the new mod. It's got cookie. So there's a cookie jar that's base game, but it's not functional. So I got the mod to make that cookie jar functional, and so you can get these cookies separately. And then I'm gonna have now they got everybody together. Have him roast some marshmallows. And then they can have some alone time or whatever. Oh, look who's here. I didn't know she was here. This is one of her triplet girls. And they were born by science babies. The boys were born by pregnancy. So, okay, so they're having some mom and daughter time. And I need to take her into CAS. I don't know what is on that movie thing, but yuck. Turn it off. Okay, so she needs to go home. She got babies back at the house. I don't know where she's doing. Oh no, where's she going now? Okay, so let's get him. Oh, he's cooking. Oh no, he's doing the roast marshmallow things. Hang on a second. Okay, so that is such a cute animation. Okay, so let's have her come roast some marshmallows with him. And I'll have him do it again because I want them doing it together. Oh no. Oh well. She's like, I got this. Oh, they're going to eat at the table together. Okay. Oh, by the way, all that food I've now got because, check this out. I grabbed all that stuff from that room, so in the inventory, I should have a bunch of food now. And so now she won't have to cook. Whoop. Oh, it's empty. So I guess it doesn't transfer from another save. Darn. Aw, I did not know that. But then there's all of these. She's got tons of pictures, lots of gifts to give. And fortunately, okay, so this right here, I'll put that on the wall somewhere. Whoops. That's an ultrasound. That should probably go in the nursery, but that's okay. Can't interact with walls. Oh no. Okay, that's weird. This here. Okay, let me see. You can't throw stuff away in the trash can, and some things like this can be deleted. Alright. Well, darn. Anyways, okay. She's cooking her some s'mores. Now, I did this in a Christmas build, and so what happened is I put the couch apparently too close to the fireplace, and so he was sitting backwards and looked like he was cooking in the couch or roasting in the couch. It was kind of funny, but anyways. You go, girl. Got all these kids in bed except for him. Now, the thing I like about this bed right here is that the monster doesn't show up under it. It's technically a big bed, but you can use it for kids, so that's really cool. And it's a mod, okay? So I'm going to change out Jilly's bed because Jilly has a lot of problems with monsters under this particular bed. Just in general, I don't know why some kids' monsters show up more than others, and that's kind of a nuisance. I'm trying to get this in the environment, but I should be able to put it. Oh well, she can eat that in the morning. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to see if that bed that I have for him will actually come in pink, because that would be a really cute bed for her. And I like that she won't have to deal with the monsters anymore. So it does come in pink. Look, guys. Okay, but okay, so I'm going to have to grab my... I mean, she's a little bit over child anyway, so let me... Testing... Sheets through bb dot move objects. Alright, so there's that. So it's kind of a bright pink, but... And then there's this one, but I don't like the design on that one, so I like this one. So I'm going to go with this for her. And I hate to do this, but kid, I'm taking your bed. And I'm going to give you this one instead. It's bigger, and she won't have to deal with that stupid monster anymore, baby girl. No more monsters for you. But I'm going to have to move stuff over just a wee little bit. See, like, they have, like, the no monster light, but it doesn't work. Let's see. Make sure that's right up on that wall, but not going through the wall. And kind of move this over a little bit. See, this light here is supposed to prevent the monsters, but it doesn't. So, whatever. Move that over there a little bit. Ta-da. Okay. Now let's see. I'll have to assign this bed to her. Oh, whoopsie, we lost a teddy bear in there. Whoops. Oh, teddy bear got buried. I buried a teddy bear. Actually, I'll put that on the other side of that one. There, she looks like Mama Bear. Sorry about that. Okay. Alright, there's her new bed. Let's assign this to her. Whenever you get a new bed, you have to assign it. Switch over to this sim, please. I'm assigning this bed to her. Here's your new bed, kiddo. Enjoy. No more monsters. Yeah. She's big girl. She'll be aging up. Not just yet, but... And then in the morning, when she gets up, she can eat that her dad made at the park. Oh, she's like, oh, I'll just go ahead and eat that now. All right, girlfriend. Okay, she's just now leaving. Are you kidding me? And I think all their homework is done. Yeah, everybody's got their homework done. Yay. So they got school in a little while. Alright, so let me check on the babies. It's just her that's woke. Let's see what's going on with these two. Okay, so she's like, hey mom, I'm up in the middle of the night. You hungry too in the middle of the night? Do you ever get hungry in the middle of the night? She's like, oh, that sounds so good. Dee, bless her heart, I think she gained a little weight after she had those triplets. That's okay. Wait a minute. Why is she still here? Oh, she just left. Okay, I've never seen that before where they disappear instead of going through the door. That's kind of weird. I don't know why she would do it like that. She's like, I'm just going to teleport. I'm not going to bother walking all the way outside. I'm just going to take a shortcut. It's okay, girlfriend. And so this is okay. She can have some mother-daughter time. Just check in on her. Because when these triplets were first born, they were constantly getting these insecure buffs where they were feeling left out, bloop, bloop, bloop. And that went on for a few days. I was like, oh my gosh, they're overzealous. So it's kind of calming down now. And so, but you have to make sure that they each get individual one-on-one time so they're not feeling left out. So I'm going to have her extinguish this fire over here. We're going to put that out. Burn money, 10,000 money. That's just dumb. Okay, so she's going back to sleep. And then Dee, you better get some rest because she got the babies to tend to. And I have no idea where Max is. Where is Max? Dude, where are you? Oh, well, we have... Oh, there he is. I have to replace that. So I want to just send him to bed because I need to get some sleep. And see, I don't know why he's not using this door. Like, I don't understand. I don't think it's locked. No, that's not locked. Oh, you know what? Hang on a second. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at this lamp. I bet you anything this lamp is causing a problem for that door. Betcha. I'm going to move that. If they start avoiding doors, there's probably a reason why. And I don't like that there either. Kind of move that towards the middle. The only thing about this one is if you put it really close to a wall, it's kind of got a glare to it, so I'm not really sure what to do with this one. Yeah, that's probably the better place because I think it was blocking that door. Because I was like, why do you keep going outside? They should just go through here, and then here's, the bathroom, and then, but instead they're going out this door and then into this door. Now I left this room empty on this build because people have the laundry day pack or whatever. They can use this for another room for that. And but I don't have. Now I do have a mod where if you want to have a fake washing machine, there's like a toddler. I don't know if it's an oven or whatever it is, but no, it's a fake washing machine for little like toddlers, I think, and you can size it up. Or you can just get a fake washing machine. It's just a decor that's a mod. But now I need to put some stuff back here in this corner because this was where they had the babies. So they've had all their babies in this room right here. So I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of this stuff. And I forget what was over there. I think this was over here. Yeah. And so then there was like this big plant over there. Let me see if that's in here somewhere. I don't think so. I think I sold it. Pretty sure I did. They're not having any more babies. And I'm going to get rid of this bike too. Just sell that. And this rug should be sized up. Alright. So, and I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these. That was for Christmas time. So any of this extra stuff, you don't want to have a bunch of stuff in there worth a bunch of money because... Now I do keep these presents in there just for random... Now baking pan, I don't even know. Okay, so these are like decor. She doesn't have like... I could put... I guess I don't know if I have room for a dresser over there or not. I think she already has personal stuff over there. I don't think I have room for this. No. I'm just going to set it out here because I'm going to put a dresser out here for her. I don't have like the glamour thing where you have like vanity dressers and stuff. I don't have that bag. So, but I do have the Get Famous swirl bag. This is kind of cute. That's kind of cute. That's kind of cute. Move this over. In fact, I think I'll put that on this side. We could get some sunshine. So there's that. But then there's also this. She's got a mirror on that one though. Whoops. Or I could just do the matching wooden one. Open match that. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Although that one's really cute though, but I think I kind of want a matching dresser. Like a his and hers. And another mirror. Right, you know, mirror. Oh, I thought I sold that. So that's Dee's dresser right there. And then to put a really pretty plant over there in that corner. This new one, that's the African aloe plant, is like, I love that plant. So, let me see if I can find that. It's newly added. This it is. This is it. It's so pretty. It's kind of got a yellow to it. I think I'm going to go with that one. But I'm going to size it up. Put that over here in this corner. Now that little thing in front of the TV is actually from the Storybook Nursery Kit. And, ooh. There's no in-between size with that, but that's okay, because that is super pretty. Love that plant. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that and put an actual coffee table in here. And I don't know which one, but this is kind of fancy. Okay. And then I think I would like to put the one that comes with the Get Famous pack. It's like a citrus, pretty, like kind of like a spring flower vase. This is so pretty. That's pretty. Look at that. Nice. Okay, that's better. Got the room back the way it should be. Okay. And so when babies had their triplets had the hair glitch, I had to go back into an old save file. And so, but I managed to keep, she had to go when she was in second trimester to get this ultrasound right here. And so, this is kind of pretty. Stick that right there. I don't know if that takes away from that or not. That's good enough. Alright. So now, let's get these guys in bed. Uh-oh, we got a baby woke. Ashley, you need to go to bed, young lady. I hope you put that baby to bed. Okay, go to sleep. Alright, so then, this little rascal. Hello, little baby. So that baby is asleep. This one is awake. So we will just make him go to sleep. Alright. Okay. The lights don't go off. That will probably help with the bill. And yeah, so that is going to be it. Why? What is happening? My man, what is going on with you? He's just standing there at the door. It's like, I don't know if I want to go to sleep or not. Well, you need to sleep. Okay. There we go. All is well. I've got my photos back. I've got my paintings back. Went to the old save files. Two of the files got corrupted during the transfer, but that's okay because I still have those two files in the earlier files. And they weren't like, they were just like a regular photo. Not that big a deal. So, anywho's, this is my lemon balcony mansion that I built. It was one of my earlier builds. I've only been playing for a couple years, so. Anyways, and I used to, they were, all of these, I had like planters, stuff that so they had an orchid farm, and so they would have plants of all kinds, and they made 200,000 simoleons every day, and that was before I even had seasons in the money tree, so that was a lot of work. So I used to get together pack, and I would create a gardening gathering, and so they would come and they would help tend to the garden for free. But sometimes they would take some of the harvest, but that was okay. So I wouldn't have them harvest all the most expensive stuff, and I would leave some of the other stuff. So they would harvest a little bit, and that was okay. I didn't mind that. But they made a lot of money through gardening. Orchid farmers is what they were. So they're a million. They've got 7.5 million left, and they're living off their retirement now. They've got all these kids now. They can just take their time and be home parents. And they do have songs that they have licensed. They make money. Max has 4 songs licensed, and D has 3. And so they still make money selling stuff. They do paintings, and so they still make some money, but they're like, I would call them like semi-retired. So, and living off of their retirement. So by the time the kids are all grown, they'll still have plenty of money to live off of. So, and they could always, you know. Anyways, but this house here is expensive to have a mansion like this. I got it down from 170,000 to 140, about 140,000 simoleons every week. So, and it's not even my biggest build. So I don't know. Like my biggest build is probably the one in Horse Ranch World, and it's got 4 levels, and it doesn't cost that much. So I don't really know why there's such an extravagant bill on this property, but whatever, you know. Anywho, so here be my mansion. And that's going to be it, guys. I'm going to get off here and go visit everybody else. And yeah, so I hope y'all have a blessed one. And I do appreciate you stopping in very much. Yeah. My doggy says hi. My doggy Nadia, she says hi. You say hi, Nadia? You wanting to go for a walk? Yeah, I need to take my doggies for a walk. She's looking at me like, you know you're overdue, right? You know you're late, right? You know you're late to take me for my walk, right? She give me that look. I know, baby. I'm getting ready to take you. I know. We're gonna go for a walk. I know. And then you're gonna get your cookie. I always get a cookie after they go for a walk, don't you? Or you just wondering who I'm talking to? I'm over here talking to she thinks I'm talking to myself. I'm like, no, there's people inside here. I promise you. Dogs are like. She's like, why are you talking to yourself? I'm not. See, this is a microphone, and I communicate with people that you can't see, and I can't see, but they're really there. I promise you, baby. I'm okay. Dogs are awesome. I love them. I miss Regan. He was, the average lifespan of a standard poodle is about 10. He was 15 years and 9 months. And I was doing some research with AI today about kibble and just how bad it is for dogs, and if you can buy natural stuff. So one thing I did for my boy is I would put the very tops of the parts of, I would shave, like with a knife, I would shave off the top parts. Not like the whole floweret of broccoli, but just like the very tips of it. It's like really, and just let it set on the food for a little while. And that helps fight cancer. It's just really, really good for them. But the kibble is just really bad. There's a lot of, actually, I found out today that there's actually a push to create a regulation for dog food, and that is so way overdue. Other countries already have that, but they're just putting this stuff in it that has cancer-causing agent, the high heat, it's just bad stuff that gets created in the processing of kibble. And so, anyways, but the AI said that it was an extraordinary achievement, I guess, I think is what it said, for a standard poodle as old as mine. 15 years and 9 months was at the very extreme top of the life of like the lifespan of standard poodles. Like the oldest was the standards, with the best that you could do for them is 15 years. So at almost, getting closer to 16 years, that's at the very, very top tier of age lifespan for a standard poodle. And I was just so thankful, but he did have, he had weakness in his legs, and he did have this like tumor on his back. It was like these little, they're kind of like lipomas that get created. Um, but until the very last 2 months of his life, he was active. Like, he was even still trying to, like, he would still try to mess with a female dog if he had a chance to, but he didn't. Um, but I'm just saying he was still active. But the last 2 months, he got weak in his legs, and it was, and so, but um, he was very old, you know. And the last time I'd take him to the vet, because I wasn't sure, like I never really had a center poodle that old. I'm like, I wasn't sure. I want to make sure that, I'd rather have quality versus quantity. And she's like, oh, he's still got time. And I think he was 13 and a half at that time. And, or I think he was closer to 14 actually. And, we looked at his lungs, looked at his heart and x-rays and stuff. And he did have like old dog lungs. But other than that, you know, he outlived two other poodles, and so I had one that died right at 11, and his sister, she died. She was like a month short of 14. So he's the longest standard poodle that longest living standard poodle that I ever had. So my girls are 12, and they turned 12 in July, so they're going on 13. They're 12 and a half, I guess you would say. And my Risa, she's got arthritis, and so I'm gonna look into this shot that they have for dogs now that's supposed to help with arthritis. And it's super important though when they do get old is just to make sure that you give them good food. Combine some vegetables, but knowing what ratio from lean meat to vegetables and fruit that you should give them. But if you can just, especially when they go older, is steer away from kibble. You know, and it's not that expensive to give them, food like that. It's actually more expensive when you buy this supposed to be good kibble, and it doesn't matter. That's all processed the same way, no matter if they do add more nutrients in one kind over the other. And so all it anyways, you do some research on it, and so there's more and more people, even celebrities, getting involved in this, and that they are pushing for FDA regulation. And anyways, so my girls are going to get more of the raw food as they get older. Just trying to do the best for them. And it's sad because, their lifespan is just not that long. And so, I see that they're getting old. It's hard. Anyways, that's it for now, you guys. My dog is wanting a back scratch. She wants her rump scratched, and so I'm going to take her for a walk. So thank you guys for stopping in. I'm going to stop in and say hi to everybody. Please give a like if you haven't already. And I just appreciate everybody stopping in. Appreciate you. Yeah. And I hope you have a blessed evening, day, night, morning, whatever it is